Just wanted to take some time and review this refrigerator that the company reached out to me and asked if I wanted to review. And I thought I'd do a quick review of it and kind of tell you what I think of it. And I'm going to have to do this review kind of in a two-part thing. We're going to review just the product itself, and then after that tell you about my experience that doesn't necessarily have a direct relation to the product itself. The reason I'm going to do that is because I don't think the review would be complete without the full picture of what's happened while reviewing this refrigerator. The first refrigerator that I was sent worked fine out of the box, so I got to testing it, and I tested it every day, all day, every day. I used it at work to put my lunch in and keep my drinks cold and all that kind of thing while I was at work. I used this refrigerator constantly for about a week, and then it started to malfunction. And what was happening is that the temperature that was reading on the display was not coinciding with the temperature that was actually on the inside by as much as 50 degrees. It drew my attention one day. I went to go eat my lunch, and my sandwich was frozen solid. It was a frozen solid brick. I got another refrigerator, not from the company themselves. I ordered it through a friend of mine, paid him for the refrigerator. I wanted to make sure that they didn't know who was ordering the refrigerator, that it was just some customer that was ordering it, and let's see what happens in that case. So I had a friend of mine order it, I paid for it, gave him the money for it, and this is the second one. And then the testing started over again. Long story short, this one has performed perfectly. I have had no trouble with this refrigerator at all. It has worked perfectly. I've had no complaints as far as the function of this one. So anyway, just to get that out of the way, I mean, every product can have a bad one. But let's just talk about the refrigerator, its features, and kind of go from there. On the top is the control panel right here. Here's your temperature reading digitally. There's your battery voltage, and right now it's running off of my battery pack right there. That's the one that I use every day. Here's the display, has battery. It automatically locks out so you don't accidentally hit these buttons by mistake. It's got a USB plug on the top. I did use this to charge my flashlight batteries and stuff for work, just to make sure that that was actually a functioning device. One of the things that I like about it is you'll notice that it's extremely well ventilated. As opposed to other refrigerators I have, I don't know if you can see in there, but these are very large holes, and you can, I mean, it's just an open area. It's very well ventilated, and that's one of the things I like. On the inside, you've got a really good usable space. You've got a chart here for different items if you want to put in here that you know what to set the temperature to. I set mine to 35 degrees all the time, no matter what's in it. That works really good for me. Believe it or not, this thing will hold a lot more than you would expect it to. It held everything that I needed to in a much more compact size, which I like quite a bit. The larger one, my 40 quart, is basically this exact same unit here, stacked twice as high. That's basically what it is. It's this refrigerator twice as high, and that's sometimes not a good design. I like how the refrigerator opens this way. You know how some of these, like my other refrigerator, opens this way. It just depends on your circumstance which one of those two openings is better. This is magnetically closed. Some of these refrigerators have problems with broken latches, that you accidentally break the latches over time. This one's magnetic, so you won't have that issue with this one. The only problem with it is if you have your fingers over here and close it, you can sometimes pinch the meat of your fingers as it closes because it's a pretty powerful magnet. So I always just make sure that my thumb is in the middle when I close it, in this cutout area right here, and then I don't have any issues with that at all. As far as its looks and design, I really like it. It's real simple. I mean, there's the front, the back. One of the downsides to it is that the feet are just stuck on, you know, those rubber stick-on feet. I can't flip it over because right now it's running, so I don't want to flip it up on its side. Just take my word for it. We have all seen those rubber feet. You know what I'm talking about. They're just stick-on rubber feet, and they came. I've lost 3 out of the 4 pretty much immediately. One of the other nitpicks I would have is that my other refrigerators have little lights in here, so when you open the lid, the light comes on. I like that feature because I'm often reaching in here in the dark. So for me personally, I wished it had a light, but since it's such a small, compact refrigerator, I'm not going to make a big deal out of that. So the features are good. Like I said, the second one that I've got operates perfectly. As a matter of fact, one of my coworkers saw me using this every day, liked it so much he bought one as well. That's no joke. He really did, and he likes it a lot. As far as the power that it uses less power to run than my other refrigerators. This thing uses about 40 watts max. Right now, it's running balls to the wall because it's been sitting outside before I did this review. It's been sitting in my truck, not on. So it's running full tilt boogie. And right now, it's drawing 48 watts off the 12-volt plug. And most of the time, it's less than 40 watts. Like if it's just cooling back down, it normally uses about 40 watts. I've seen it as low as 35 watts. And this is on max. On low, that'll drop about 20 watts, 15 to 20 watts. So if you're running it, instead of running on a max, you're running it on eco, it'll run a little bit better than that as far as the power that it draws. Another thing that I really like about this refrigerator is it comes with 2 separate plugs. This is the AC plug, which is just a 12-volt converter. That's all this is. You plug this into AC, it converts to 12 volts. So the refrigerator itself runs on 12 volts all the time. And then the 12-volt plug is separate, and it's it's really long. As a matter of fact, I may have run over it. It's so long. But check it out. I mean, it's really long, and it's a really quality plug. It's definitely of better quality than I've seen from other companies. I like the size. It's been really convenient. It's really lightweight. It's heavier on the compressor side, obviously. This side almost weighs nothing. This side that has the compressor and the electronics is a little bit heavier over here, but way easier to manipulate in my truck and get it in and out of my truck. I carry it on this cart right here on the second shelf. That's how I get from my truck into my work. I'll put this on the second shelf with the battery, and it'll just run on the second shelf right here all day, and I have never had any issues with it. Honestly, when it comes to the refrigerator itself, the product itself, the item itself is a separate thing. I really like this refrigerator. I think it's definitely exceeded my expectations in every way, but there is a second part to this review, unfortunately, that I don't feel that I can just skip over like it never happened. This is a situation that I just need to bring to your attention, just as a thing that not a lot of you understand how YouTube reviews happen and the goings on behind the scenes. There are companies out there that will ask us YouTubers to review products. They will attempt to control the review, control what you say, control the talking points that you talk about, control every aspect. Actually, even check what you've done before you post it. Things of that nature. They try and rush you. They put a lot of pressure on you. And just so you know, I don't let that kind of thing go on. As a matter of fact, I think I went above and beyond to verify that if I tell you that this is a good product, that it is, because the company immediately sent me this for review with no out-of-cost pocket to me. I had to pay for this out of my own pocket. They gave me a discount code. I used that discount code, paid for it out of my own pocket, and the agreement was that they were going to give me half of the rest of the money while it was in transit and then the rest of the money when I received it. That didn't happen. When it arrived, they gave me $50 of the money that they owed me, and then tried to use the rest of the money they owed me to manipulate the review. That's basically what they did. And it got to the point where basically, in a nutshell, to sum it up quickly, I don't work like that. I told them that I won't do that type of thing. The review will take however long it takes. I will not be told what I'm going to say, when I'm going to say it, or any of those types of things. Nobody controls my reviews. And then they left me alone. And then the refrigerator malfunctioned. The original one malfunctioned and broke. So when that happened, I contacted them. They were of no help whatsoever. Just basically told me that it was my imagination and I wasn't using the refrigerator in the proper way. That's why I was having the results I was having. Set the temperature at a higher temperature if I don't want my food frozen, things of that nature. Just completely unhelpful. And so I returned that original refrigerator that I got the discount code on. And then I paid full price for a second one. So some time goes by, I think it was like a week. And then I was contacted again last night by email, demanding that I give them the $50 back, that I returned the item and they want their $50 back. And then when I informed them that they were owed no money, as a matter of fact, quite the opposite, they owe me money. I didn't hear from them again. They made me prove that I ordered the second one, blah, 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 yada, yada. So very unpleasant experience with this company's advertising people or their sales people. I don't know if it's a reflection on the company itself, because a lot of times companies will outsource their advertising and their promotions and stuff like that to other people. So I can't tell you what the deal is. I'm just telling you what happened. And so that being said, it was one of the most unpleasant reviews I've done on my channel to this date. Very unpleasant. Hope to never deal with them again. But when it comes down to it, the product itself is good. I mean, look how fast it's cooling. I mean, this thing was at 81 degrees when I turned it on. It's already at 43 degrees. This thing cools down amazingly fast. It makes no noise. This thing is, do you hear anything? I mean, I'm right up on it. It doesn't make, I mean, you can feel the fan. You can feel it running, but it makes no noise. It's awesome. My other one makes a lot of noise. So I really like this refrigerator. It's just a really unfortunate thing that the company who asked me to review it, whoever they are, was just so unpleasant. Just an unpleasant experience all the way around. I mean, it really ruined my experience. I mean, what normally happens when I have a product that doesn't function properly is the company immediately sends me out another one, apologizes and becomes very helpful. Contact me, ask me if I have any questions. How is it working? What do I think? And those that's not what happened here. They were hostile towards me. I think demanding money back and things of $50, demanding $50 back when they know that I spent my own money on this thing. I just really horrible experience, and I hope to never deal with them again. Product good, really good, I think. 2 thumbs up, in my opinion. But that's what happened, and I have to tell you what happened. So thanks for watching, guys, and I appreciate it, and we'll talk to you on the next one.